shit that's going on, and seeing the shit that's happening with Willie on Reddit, and like people coming for Tommy and Nick and Willie, and I mean, I'm practically not even part of the commentary community anymore because I'm over in the locale mines, right? And I have this song here that it just reminds me of the good times we used to have in the commentary community. And you old heads from the commentary community, you're gonna recognize this song. And you're gonna realize the good times we had with this song. You know what song this is. You know what song this is.
Sonic Boom!
Woo! Let's go!
Sipping hella lean, smoking hydro. When I hit the reap, turn it tidal. Gary is my shadow, bitch, he go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the Gary hit him with the Gary hit him with the
Yeah!
Splitting my bro, I'm back.
Okay, let's get in that bag.
We spinning that block for cracks.
Let's see if that Met bitch gags.
Sexy choked on dick, VVs on both my wrists. I was in the chunk bucket, now I'm out in on my shit.
Hit the base with a block emoji. Turn bang, then I got the molly. Can't hurt me, I'm with my OGs. Can't hurt me, Sammy OP.
Shit, told them fist and piss. Where the packet had, they want it so bad. They been asking where the credit
Oh,
is.
it's me. Done all my hit. Fuck you, me. But ain't in that chopper with my teeth. Oh, know me, boy. See, you've done it now. You are fucked.
That's by the beam, watch my eyes grow. Sipping hella lean, smoking hydro. When I hit the reap, turn it tidal. Gary is my shadow, bitch, he go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the
Gary hit him with the
Have a good day, Willie.
hit him with
Love
the
you, man.
I'm a stone face killer like my motherfucking house is. I'ma hit that do-si-do and smack you where your mouth is. Heard they want a solo, I can't do that till we out this. Grab my clarinet and smoke them hoppers by the ounces. My treat the finger fast, Ramadan. I'm addicted to this cash, I want it all. Let the chopper blow his brad, bend him over, set relax. Put some lead up in his ass, still hetero. You know the crab like money.
Know the stun's like fun.
know the store keeps shining.
Know the squid likes guns.
What we all got in common when this shit's said and done is a dead fucking roach in a city that we run. Let's by the beam, watch my eyes grow. Sipping hella lean, smoking hydro. When I hit the reap, turn it tidal. Gary is my shadow, bitch, he go wherever I go.
Gary hit him with the
Gary hit him with the
Gary hit him with the
Hell yeah. I'm sorry. That song just reminds me of commentary community past when we would have fun playing Glorb and just talking stupid shit. Now it's on some other shit that, you know what? Quite simply, I just don't want to be a part of. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even want to be a part of it. I love that my title got Willie in here. And I love to see that Willie and Skip picked their beef back up in the chat. That's awesome. That's good. You're not allowed to be sorry about playing Glore. I ain't sorry about playing Glore, but I played it, didn't I? Shit. So what I was going to do today, originally, I was going to, we're going to watch Willie's video. But being that I titled it this way, we can go over rather quickly. Hold on. Willie, where'd you put it? Where'd you put it, Willie? Okay, let me make sure I'm not showing any messages. Oh, wait. I have a little Twitter thing. There we go. Bam! Okay. I miss the chill stream days. Yeah. Willie is a more unhinged wavy web surf. There, I said it. It's not an insult. Wavy's awesome. Nah, there's just a lot of despicable things happening, and it's like, bruh, I'm kind of glad I'm in the locale mines. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. There's some bullshit afoot. But Willie here saying I woke up today and somehow my Reddit account was banned for harassment. These people make a post on me, replied, Willie stays winning, and then I get banned from the subreddit, whatever, with the reason being keep yourself safe. We all know what keep yourself safe means. We all know what it means. We all know what keep yourself safe means. Like, bruh, what? So here it is here. So they're showing how he got a tip for 500, which equals out to be 600 after the conversion rate, right? So they have the right. That's right, everyone. Someone actually paid this grifting, sex abuse enabling piece of human shit for $600 on his iDubbbz video. What? What? So they can say that? And then Willie goes under there and goes, Willie stays winning. And then they get to DM, I hope Willie sees you simping, little man. You're to Willie what he is to Epstein. And Willie's like, I am Willie. Hello, you have been permanently banned from participating in the r/leftovers H3 because you broke the community rules. You won't be able to post or comment, but you can still view and subscribe to it. Note from the moderators, keep yourself safe. A goblin. This is why I don't like Reddit. I can't stand Reddit. Fun fact, over at locale, they hate me on the Reddit. They hate me on the Reddit. And you know why? Because I'm very vocal on how much I hate Reddit. Reddit is nothing but woke Kiwi farms. They think they're better, but they're not. Crash, it's not a credible threat. It would require a Redditor to go outside. We all know that ain't happening. True. True. Oh, the Reddit hates me. Oh, the locale Reddit? Oh, God, they hate me. They hate me so much. I'm banned from a DM I sent, but only DM I sent was saying I am Willie. And then this battered middle-aged woman got mad. I made a tweet. I didn't even respond. All right, boom. And then, okay, so we read that part. Then you're even sadder than I thought you were, LMAO. I'm very happy I got so far under your skin. You felt compared to comment on a post I made nearly 3 weeks ago. Ah, you made a post about me. I'm touched, little man. I really am. Please continue to mercilessly fuck yourself in the arse in an attempt to save your dying channel. Have a nice day. Willie's channel's not dying. What do you mean? Bruh. Note, this decision was made without the assistance of automation. Reddit confirmed that this ban was done by a real person. This is ridiculous. He got banned for simply saying he's Willie Mack. Like, that's retarded. That's absolutely retarded, bro. Come on, Willie. It's ridiculous. Why are they doing my boy like that? Why are they doing my boy like that? So, we're going to watch the iDubbbz career is over video. Yeah, I know. He was on H3's podcast. Yeah, I know he was. Yeah, she did. She really thought she did something. That's true. That's so true. No, I wanted to watch the iDubbbz career is over. Featuring Hassan and Noah Samson. I just wanted to see the video. So I'm using it as an excuse. Yeah, real people banned him, Doug. It was an automation type of thing. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Reddit is full of... Listen, there are good Redditors out there. I have friends that are on Reddit. But, like, the Reddit snarks and the drama Reddits are filled with people... They're filled with mouth breathers. I don't like Reddit. Never did like Reddit. I'll never claim to like Reddit. There are some good Reddits. I've gotten good information from Reddit before, but nah. And the doxing that goes on Reddit and the nastiness that goes on Reddit, I just, nah. I'm good. Skip says Reddit is good for looking at tattoos and bugs. There you go. Crash is like, I'm on Warhammer Reddit. Take that as you will. I know that's right. All right. So put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to watch this video. What's up, Mela? All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. It's Willie. Let's go to 125. We ain't no punks around here. We know how to watch a video not on normal speed. All right.
What is happening right now? I'm seeing iDubbbz and Noah Samson add like Ethan receiving human skulls in the mail is just a funny meme.
Your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't send the skulls. I don't know. I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that. Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or something like that. That made it funny.
Just a death threat.
Somehow I feel like he wouldn't think it was funny if it happened to him. Honestly, somehow I feel like he wouldn't think it was funny if it happened to him. Because you know Anissa would run around going, oh my God, they threatened to kill me because they sent me skulls. You know she would.
To a father, a family.
Yeah, was it a death threat?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
Yes, the threat is motivated on your community slandering Ethan as a racist who loves genocide. The threat so obviously is, you don't know who we are, but we know where you and your family live. I thought Ian would be empathetic towards this, since he thought Sam Hyde was gonna kill him for no reason.
It was the craziest thing because Anissa said to me, she's like, Kate, you don't understand. Ian and I both believe that Sam Hyde would really come and find me and would actually murder me. So that's the reason why we have to take all these precautions. And I was just like, are you sure?
I'm coming to kill you!
I was like, I think the guy's a millionaire. I was like, I don't think he's gonna risk his freedom to kill you.
Meanwhile, 2 low-level staffers at the Israeli embassy were killed in the name of stopping a genocide. The same thing these guys accuse Ethan and his family of defending. But Ethan's crazy for being worried.
No, this is a hallucination. I will say it once again. If I don't think it's appropriate for someone to call CPS on Ethan Klein, why the f would I ever think it's appropriate for someone to kill Ethan Klein? Are you stupid? Of course, that is insane.
No, but you'd still praise them and hop on streams with them. Madam Panada is encouraging people to continue to make false CPS calls to Ethan and Gila. He's acting like it's a big joke.
Hello, is this Child Protective Services? Yes, thank you. I'd like to report a case of endemic.
This guy is like one of the biggest pieces of shit out there. Literally, this guy is like one of the biggest pieces of shit out there. And he knows it. That's the funny part. He knows it.
Dog infestation, and it also contains 2 Zionists, and as we all know, Zionists are baby killers, so I think this is a very dangerous situation for the children given the dog shit, and the Zionists keep those kids safe.
This might be funny if it wasn't actually happening. This guy is also a serial doxer. He's doxing people on Twitter right now as we speak. It's so wild to me that we have this group of people that have devolved into this mentality where lying is completely okay. Hassan's biggest fan account is spreading the lie that Asman killed his mom. Just makes it up. Even Frogan, the least relevant Hassan groupie, is completely lying about her past statements, saying veterans deserved PTSD.
I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I—
Bitch, you did not misspeak. Shut the fuck up. You doubled down and tripled down on it. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. There ain't no damn way. She did not misspeak. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, Pumpkin. Exactly.
I said the thing about the U.S. military.
Bro, you didn't misspeak. You were serious.
I will never have any pity for any soldiers. The U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
She lives in Michigan, by the way. And then you double down the next day laughing at what you said.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base?
These people are such cry bullies. If you aren't 100% with them, you're against them.
Yep.
The Twitter account posts that Hassan was banned for a day. Well, Hassan frames them as an agent of Israel. Hassan replies, every blue check power farmer is an Israeli dick rider on this website. This guy didn't say anything. All he did was report your ban. And you have a blue check mark. Rogan sees Asman speak mildly about political content on Twitch in
Because they're all retarded. They're all retarded. And they totally play team sports. If you're not with them, you're against them. That's exactly how they roll. If you're not with them on every single point they say, you're against them. And that is just a stupid way to be.
Rogan's eyes, he's discriminating against her.
If I wanted to optimize ad revenue, you know what I would do? I'd ban politics. The odds are that me and Hassan and Tectone and Frogan and Denims and Central Committee cause 90% of the PR problems on the entire website.
Honestly, facts. Rogan tweets, you consider me political because I wear a hijab. I am not like you and don't make political content anywhere, but typing a tweet once in a while.
Ma'am, that whole ass tier list that you made was political as fuck. It had you do a lot of political undertone shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
What reality is she living in? No one mentioned
Thank you, Toxic.
your hijab. And now we have the newest rising star in Hassan's orbit, iDubbbz, who's consistently used Creator Clash as a way to shield criticism because it's a charity event.
It's disappointing and it makes me sick to see him, like, you know, using the event as a way to, like, attack me back or whatever.
The new management of Creator Clash 3 revealed that Ian and Anissa were taking 34% of the profit from this event. Was Ian
Crash, it's so weird that all these people who play team sports politics look like they flunked gym class. True. Most of them. Yeah. Most of them.
really concerned about his charity possibly failing, or did he only care about his bottom line?
Don't worry, Ela. I'm not going to blame you guys for anything Creator Clash related. I know you're terrified of taking accountability for anything, so that will rest solely on my shoulders. But I can't speak for the internet.
It should. You made a dumbass content cop that really fucked your chances of selling tickets to it. And the fact that y'all do no promotions whatsoever. I mean, honestly, you fucked yourself. You literally fucked yourself. Hila and Ethan had nothing to do with your Creator Class failing, especially after your Creator Class 2 did nothing. Nothing. Wasn't their fault at all.
The internet might actually blame you guys for it.
He thought he was cooking with this. Since then, Freddie Wong seemingly dropped out of the event. After seeing Ian drag Creator Clash through this drama, both the fighters from the main event dropped out of Creator Clash 3, blaming Ian for it. The event went from an arena that hosted 20,000 people to one that has a capacity of 4,000. A reputable harm has been done to this charity event. Everyone rightfully blames Ian and Anissa, but the funniest part is it's barely a charity event at all. Ian responded on Reddit, "We restructured so the funds for our charity partner would be raised on Tiltify, separate and apart from the actual event." The Tiltify is essentially when you go to Walmart checkout and ask you to round up $1 for charity. That's the extent.
So you know what? You know what that means? Just give to the charity. Just give to the charity. Don't buy a ticket to the event. Give to the charity yourself. If you want to give to charity and you think you're buying a ticket to go see boxing and it's going to charity, no. Just donate to the charity. That's your best bet.
To the charity aspect. People joke that this event would be a disaster like TanaCon.
You're saying the event is going to be worse than TanaCon?
But TanaCon's problem was that too many people showed up. For this one, there might be too many folding chairs. Yes, this is the actual venue. To hear him cry about, oh, this charity event's getting ruined when no pay-per-view sales, ticket sales, or profits from concessions is going to charity is a whole nother level of dishonesty.
What was the charity for? Like cancer research, or I don't even remember.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
Stand Up to
cancer is bad, comes below, I don't like this guy. And I'm going to talk about not liking this guy before I talk about...
Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh. He doesn't even believe what he's saying. Listen to the way he's talking about it.
Comes below, I don't like this guy. And I'm going to talk about not liking this guy before I talk about cancer is bad. Because I don't really care about either, but I'm more likely to make videos out of that guy. And whoever gets in the way of that, even if it's kids with cancer, fuck them.
Noah, do you not know cancer is bad? Are you unaware? Oh, sorry guys, can't criticize Ian. There's this crazy disease nobody's heard of called cancer. This has been a disastrous event. It's worthy of criticism.
The way I see it is I think the common defense from the other side would be something along the lines of like, don't use charity as a shield
But I think they completely missed the point that it's like, it's not a shield. It's just like, hurt me as much as you want. You know, it's basically saying like, you do not have a case. You are not winning. You are not hurting me. So you're trying to find other ways to hurt me. You are like, you're kind of by attacking this other thing, by triangulating this other thing, you are proving that nothing's working, you know?
Kiku says Anissa stole Ian balls ages ago. True. Very true. He sounds like a broken man. He really does, especially right there.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, oh man, that was completely retarded. Your own fighters are dropping out of the event. You think it's all malicious? They just want to hurt you? All of this genuine criticism is just a lie to you. Here's Wade, one of the commentators, talking about how misled he was.
You're telling people it's a charity event. Stop telling people that, because it's not what it is. That was the whole issue with the lack of communication behind number 1 and 2. That it's a charity event, charity event, charity event. It's not a charity event. It's a boxing event that you are perpendicularly associating with a separate charity that has nothing to do with people buying the boxing event. I was a part of the event and didn't know any of this. I didn't know where money is going, outside of the fact that I was offered and said no.
Xylie Ray, one of the fighters, didn't understand that this wasn't a charity event.
Those of you that don't know, I'm going to be boxing in Creator Clash 3 in Tampa, Florida this June 28th. I'm very excited. You can grab your tickets now. In-person tickets are on sale and pay-per-view tickets are on sale as well. You can go grab pay-per-view tickets now. All proceeds from this event are going to stand up to...
That was a lie. That was a lie.
As well. You can go grab pay-per-view tickets now. All proceeds from this event are going to stand up to cancer.
Not if Ian and Anissa are taking 30%. Not if they're taking 30% for themselves. Not all proceeds are going to the event. And the sad thing is, she probably didn't even lie on purpose. 34, excuse me, 34. Thank you, Zane. Not a 34% is going to Ian and Anissa. She might not have known, though. She might have thought that's how it was. You know?
That is just not true. The proceeds are profit for the organizers. Only the Tiltify money goes to charity. What was Ian's response in his newest video? Well, it's just a miscommunication.
I have felt extremely handcuffed by Creator Clash these past years because I'm not an expert communicator and I don't know how to convey things, not over-communicate, not do all these things that potentially put the event at risk and put other people at risk. And that's kind of why I wanted to step away from this event. It feels like it's inhibiting my ability.
No, you stepped away from the event because 1, you learned in Creator Clash 2, you can't run an event, and 2, you fucked yourself with that goddamn content cop. Let's be honest. Be honest about it. Don't throw out word salad and try to cover up the reason why you really walked away from it. You fucked up Creator Clash 2, and you came out with that ridiculous ass content cop. That's why you stepped away from it. iDubbbz huffing the coke vape. True.
Like the business side of things, like inhibits my ability to communicate openly and effectively, especially when there's so many people counting on me to, you know, do that well.
You don't have to be an expert communicator to let people know that this is a for-profit event. The new people that took over made it clear in just a few lines on the transparency page of the Creator Clash website.
They left to get Harley back and he still said no. Yeah, Harley's like, nah, fuck this. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Many people counting on me to, you know, do that well.
You don't have to be an expert communicator to let people know that this is a for-profit event. The new people that took over made it clear in just a few lines on the transparency page of the Creator Clash website. When things evolve, each new iteration is supposed to get better, like phones or tools. Not Creator Clash. The 4th one's going to be held in Ian's backyard. But the best example of evolution might be Exter Wallet. Exter is an...
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. You're not making money off of me. Fuck off. You're my buddy still, but fuck off. God damn it.
Sponsoring this video.
It was revealed with the change of ownership that Anissa and I, because we're 1/3 ownership.
You see how slick Willie just puts those ads in? He's so slick with it. Little shit. Their impulse. It's true. Impulse, that sounds so bad. I am not reading that out loud, bro. I'm not reading that out loud. That sounds so fucking bad.
of Creator Clash the business that we were getting 34% of the profit share. We weren't anticipating this event doing well. Like, we wanted to do well enough to pay back the investors, of course. So that's one of the reasons that we were, you know, okay with the profit share thing.
So you guys were expecting it to fail? That's why I think it's so cowardly you guys bailed out of this event. Doesn't it seem like he made this content cop to get bad press so he could drop out? It's interesting how it took till now for moves to be made to make sure this event isn't a complete financial.
See, Willie just said it. Doesn't it seem like he made that bad content cop just to get out of it? Willie just said it. That content cop fucked him.
Failure.
But another part of it as well is that the contract wasn't structured in a way that the profit share could just directly go to charity. It was told to us, like, you could just donate your portion of the profit share to charity after the event. So we were like, okay, fine. And now I know some people will find it hard to believe that Anissa and I were just going to give our portion of the profit share to charity. There's nothing I could really say to, I think, convince them otherwise. It was up to our discretion at the end of the day.
The reasoning is so weird. We took profit knowing that the event would fail, but if it somehow succeeded, we would donate that money anyway. You just have to trust us on that. Why not just have that in the contract? Instead of it going to you and Anissa, it goes to charity. Can it not be written in? Am I missing something? Brother, you and your wife aren't exactly known as honest people.
True. So true. Remember after Creator Class 2, he went, because they gave no money to charity. There was no money left over for charity. So he went live to raise money for the charity. Isn't that ridiculous? You did a whole ass boxing event. Everybody thought it was for charity. And you turned around and had to do a live stream just so you could have some kind of money to give to the charity. That's sad.
Very happy that, you know, this year money is being raised for charity. And
he did, Zane. He did 100%. And in that stream, he looked so broken. 100%, Zane. 100%.
I'm glad to know that it's already more successful than year 2. Mission accomplished, as far as I'm concerned.
That money wasn't raised by you. It was raised by Hassan reacting to Ethan's content nuke. If you don't host your event at all, that money still goes to charity. You've done nothing.
Go figure. The white guy 8 years later is like, I think Anita Sarkeesian was kind of onto something. There's a lot of assholes on the internet, and they're kind of misogynistic too, I think. It's crazy what a little CTE or the love of a woman will do to you.
Whenever you're around it.
Yes, there are a lot of misogynistic assholes on the internet. Just like there's a lot of claiming to be woke people that are annoying as fuck, and you are not allowed to have one thought opposite of theirs. Basically, what I'm saying is there are assholes on every kind of spectrum you can think of on the fucking internet. There's people who are misogynists, there are people who aren't. Like, bro, they're all over the place. Ian hasn't looked confident since Anissa came in front of the camera. True.
Anissa, you look like an abused dog.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
If my husband, I'm telling you now, that would be the greatest crash out y'all have ever seen in your life if my husband would have said some shit like that while I was live. Y'all would have literally seen the greatest crash out in history, and I'm pretty sure the cops would have got called. Or I would have cut the stream and been like, have you lost your fucking mind? Bro, what?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not gonna
he's
spend...
at a cafe. Burton, has he always had IBS? Ian's just looking like a shriveled... You look like the grandma from SpongeBob. The chocolate grandma. You know what I'm talking about?
He's sitting there like, bitch, shut the fuck up. He's literally sitting there like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Look at him. Look at him.
He's looking like a shriveled... You look like the grandma from SpongeBob.
Look at him right there. He's like, can you please shut the fuck up? I am sitting here trying to get money for the charity that we didn't get with Creator Class 2. You stupid bitch. Can you shut the fuck up? That's what he's saying in his head right now. But does he say it out loud? No. No, he's not saying it out loud. But he is saying it in his head. Guarantee you. Look at that look he's giving.
chocolate grandma. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what's happened to Ian. He has zero confidence. He doesn't even know how to speak for himself
It's
anymore. His
sad.
boxing coach is telling stories on how Anissa tells Ian when he's hungry.
One time we ended sparring, and afterwards everybody's hanging out, and she walks up to Ian and she goes, "You're hungry."
Yes.
And then so they had to leave because Ian was hungry.
Do you feel like I speak too much for you? Like in this
I don't think so. You know me better than like I think it's a weird
Second right hand, Alex Wasabi.
Well, I shouldn't say it's weird. The reason Anissa does it is because typically whatever the topic is, she's filling in the blank. Because I don't say it for myself, I think a lot of the times.
Oh God. Oh, Ian. Zeke, doubt if Ian talked back, Anissa would grab the X. Zeke, that's horrible. Thank you for the 5. I think if they broke up, you would see a totally different Ian. Honestly. I really believe that. You know, I used to think that when the guys used to say that about Ian, I used to think they were being hyperbolic. But the more I'm seeing of him and their interactions with each other, the more I can see what they're saying now. Like, I used to honestly think that Nick was being hyperbolic about it and Keem was being hyperbolic about it. I really did. I thought they were being hyperbolic. Now I see it. I really do. I see it.
You know, my head's in a different
true.
space.
You're not kind to yourself. You've never been kind to yourself. And you'll never share, like, if you're in a room with a bunch of people and people are talking about, like, what they accomplish or what they've done, you'll never, ever speak up about that.
Does she change her diapers too? Now, I don't know how much weight to put into what this guy's saying. Maybe he's just angry and trying to get back at them for some reason. But now there's another story about Ian getting cucked, no meme.
I've heard is that she was hitting on one of his sparring partners and was obsessed with him and gave him a VIP pass to the event.
A lot of his sparring partners got the passes, but she definitely had a big crush on one of the guys that would come in and spar with him, because anytime they would spar, she would just be super into it and watch every moment. And then even if he would like beat Ian up, she'd be very into it. And then
I want to say that I want to say that before. So Anissa never gave shout outs to Michael training Ian at all. But she put out the first video of Ian like getting hit, rocked in sparring when Ian was sparring with her crush.
Anissa allegedly flew out over 300 creators to the event with no requirement to promote it.
He's like, our brand is at stake. We're $500,000 in the hole right now.
I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that at that time. I think a lot of the fighters would have liked to have known that.
Do y'all notice that he's set it up like Keemstar? Why is he set up like Keemstar? He is such a jerk. They have him set up like Keemstar. What the hell is this? Crash says, I never pegged Ian as husband material, but apparently Anissa does. Crash, you're going to hell. What is wrong with you? You are going straight to hell. I swear to God. You are going straight to hell.
That I don't think none of them needed to be in the dark about that, you know?
Their pay-per-view sales were behind and they were still spending money.
But they were honest about the fact that they were spending the money from the ticket sales on the hotel, on flying people in, on all these other things. So it was just like
those decisions, the gala decisions, were made while in the red.
Yes,
I have a question about that.
First of all, they rented the hotel for over 300 creators. And flew a lot of them in. When the first year it was much more scaled back.
Ian can't edit a video anymore, so he flies out Twitter editors.
And then the second year, they did that full hotel for 300 creators. They flew a lot of people in. One of the people they flew in was Froggy Tonic, and they flew him in from France.
That's insane.
And Froggy had told us that he was there to salvage the documentary.
Ian and Anissa haven't responded to these latest allegations, but they did defend their tattoos. Priorities. Cool. It doesn't really matter what I do.
Wait, what was the...
Anissa haven't responded to these latest allegations, but they did defend...
I know most people don't know about American traditional tattoos, but I just want to help some of you out. Yes, my tattoos are redesigns of Ed Hardy, Sailor, Jerry, etc. The point is generic designs done well. Yes, these iconic tattoos are often made into novelty stickers. The point is to share in the love for the trade of tattooing and celebrate clean lines, packing a good amount of color in. Lots of people chose to rep the trade and enjoy it. Lots of people don't. Both are cool to me. Oh, okay.
defend their tattoos. Priorities.
Cool. It doesn't really matter what I do because I'll always stay stuck as a fool. I'll never be cool.
It really is remarkable how everything Ian says is projection. Donut Operator revealed in his podcast that Ian stopped talking to him because he made an OnlyFans joke.
He went to a range day with me one time. Like we used to talk a lot about content creation and stuff. And COVID rolls around, I get bored at home, so I make an OnlyFans where I'm showing my meat.
Really?
And, well, basically, I'm taking a steak and I'm rating a steak.
And like, see, that's the reaction that you're supposed to have.
Genius.
I thought it was funny. So I'd be wearing like just an apron. Of course, I'm wearing like boxers underneath. And I'd reach out and be like, "This is my OnlyFans," and this is an A5 Wagyu from down the street. And I would talk about it. And I sent it to Ian, and he got mad and called me and like said I was making fun of Anissa, and like I wasn't. I just thought it was a funny bit because I was sitting at home during COVID. And
That's so soft. That's so soft. Bro, that's so soft. Come on. Spacefish says, apparently Anissa's anchor tattoo is stolen valor thing. Is it? I don't know. I have no idea, Spacefish. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Yeah, I would find that fucking funny. That is funny. He's on OnlyFans showing his meat. Yeah, and he pulls out a fucking Wagyu steak. That's hilarious.
You'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
yeah, it was he like said stuff like that. Haven't talked to him since.
Complexity. Most people who have tats like for them to flow together look like we're a damn passport getting stamped. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's the placements of their tattoos. Like, it doesn't flow. It's just like, it's like literally somebody just put a bunch of stickers on their arms. It's crazy.
You'll never understand what it's like to be an ally.
Yeah, it was he like said stuff like that. Haven't talked to him since. That was like 5 years ago.
Over that?
Yeah, and I've like texted him and tried to reconnect with him. He just won't talk to me anymore.
Ian's response is to say, conveniently leaving out that your girlfriend at the time was pursuing OnlyFans, but you were too pussy to deal with the criticism, so you made a parody account. No, I don't want to be friends with a coward.
iDub, shut the fuck up, bro. Okay, and y'all kicked Froggy out of your fucking event because he made a joke about Anissa's OnlyFans. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We already have another example of somebody making a joke about that OnlyFans and you disconnecting yourself from them. Get the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, and he trained with Sam Hyde. It was the fucking OnlyFans.
Oh, is any of that a relevant response? Should Donut Operator have uploaded a video like you did, talking about how intelligent he is for letting his wife do OnlyFans?
But I'm cool with it. You do realize there are guys out there in private right now jacking off to your girlfriend. But I guess it's out of sight, out of mind, it's not a problem.
Yeah, Ian wants to see it.
Let me have my hope, all right? I want to believe he's too intelligent for this. Intelligence has nothing to do with it, but I will say this. If you want to retain hope that I'm intelligent, this is the most intelligent thing I've probably ever done. Is revealing this side of me.
The bar's real low, huh? Bro's only real world experience was working at Legoland. This man just said it was the most intelligent thing.
Crash. Ew. Crash. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that, Crash. I fucking refuse to read that. Sir.
He's ever done. Donut Operator, you're missing out. You could be Ian. The content cop has been nothing but a failure. It's done harm to everyone associated with Ian, so the new narrative is to hide behind the dead bodies of Palestinians. Act as if the content cop was about Israel-Palestine the whole time.
I even hate calling it drama, because at the end of the day, it was you kind of taking a stand of being pro-Palestine. I don't think that's drama necessarily, but the way that they have handled talking about this, people like Ethan and some people on Twitter that cover this make it about themselves so often when that's not what any of this is about, you know, like...
I'm sorry that I'm such a fucking nasty person who just wants to roll around in the shit.
There's people in Palestine dying every fucking day. I think over the weekend, just on Saturday alone, like over 100 people were bombed and killed.
I can show your tattoos in all of their glory, or I can show that your tattoo made it to the top of awful taste but great execution subreddit.
What was the, like... impulse to finally take a stand?
Yeah, well, I think Ethan made it really fucking easy for me. I think, honestly, the only, thing that made me, second guess any of it was, how it affects, other people.
Ethan was mad because people were calling CPS on his children, and the content cop was acting like Ethan was lashing out for no reason. But now that...
Yeah, how is he supposed to feel about CPS being called? Is he supposed to be happy about that? Is he supposed to be okay about that? And in your fucking content cop, you didn't even mention that. You didn't even mention the fact that CPS was called on him. At all. Why? Because it would have fucked up your narrative? Like, what the fuck?
That Ian's criticized, suddenly he's a big advocate for Palestine. The only time he talked about it is when he said Anissa's half Irish and half Lebanese, so that makes her an expert.
I'll say it for anyone who doesn't know. Anissa is half Lebanese and half Irish. For anyone unfamiliar, the Irish have been on the receiving end of a lot of oppression and genocide. On the part of the Lebanese, they've received a lot of oppression and attacks from the IDF. So Anissa is very well familiar with the propaganda and the shit coming out of Israel.
When called out for this by the entire internet, Ian acts like he's above it all.
Yeah, I'm like definitely a loser to like a huge swath of people online.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really care to be a winner in their eyes.
I don't care.
Oh, I gotta kind of reconcile with my past moments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I relate in that way, but then I also relate in the way that it's hard. It's hard to be funny, and I can tell that bro really like admires like a lot of these comedians that he's had on his show. I think he wants to, you know, be something special. I think he wants to be an entertainer, but like it's gonna take a lot of fucking like pain and hurt to actually discover who the fuck you are, because I don't think he knows who he is, to be honest. Like
it wasn't overnight, like me gaining my confidence.
No, I don't agree about that with Ethan. I think Ethan's going back to who he was, but an adult version of it. Like Ethan back in the day was very edgy. We all know the NF that he used to say all the time, you know. But I think he's going back to that because that's really who he was, but now he's a more adult version of it. You know what I mean? Ethan has the opportunity to turn the skulls into the ultimate win. Make a throne out of them, skulls for the skull throne. True, actually.
Confidence back. And I'm still probably not all the way there, but
this guy projects more than a movie theater.
Crash.
Yeah, Ethan should have followed your podcast format, where you hide all your new episodes on Patreon. They've figured out a way to argue that them making boring content somehow makes them a better person. I've subscribed to their Patreon, and their podcast was so mundane, I couldn't bother to slog through it. This was the highlight.
I would say there's some options that you don't think about as existing, especially when you're younger. I didn't think about how I could put an egg in my ramen.
Yeah.
I never considered that.
Yeah.
And it always felt like it was a little bit like lacking something. Like I wanted to put something like cheese in there.
Mhm.
But Fluffy put me on to putting an egg in there. I mean, he chefed it up quite a bit. He like would go through the effort of like cutting up some green onions and stuff.
Yeah.
and putting
Oh,
it in there.
wow. He was really chefing it up.
Yeah, I think he wanted to do more. And I think that's, to be honest, what a lot of like, I think that's such a positive avenue for people who are struggling with their weight.
How are they morally grandstanding on getting less views? They act like Ian's video saved the sex industry.
When the OnlyFans shit happened and everybody was shitting their pants about me having an OnlyFans, there were some content creators that suggested to Ian, like, the move is to make your own OnlyFans and go in there and fucking just start posting on OnlyFans and make it a big joke. And, like, that's what people want to see. That's what's going to be entertaining. And, like, yeah, we understand what the, like, politically correct, not politically correct,
Strategically.
the strategically correct move is. But for, in that instance, for the sex working community, that would harm them so, like, so much more than, like, it would help us.
That's the biggest frustration.
How? Making a joke OnlyFans? What? Y'all do realize that it's not just like nudes and shit you can see on OnlyFans, right? Like one of the top creators at one point was an exercise guru type of person on OnlyFans. They weren't naked or anything. They were literally working out. Meowser for 10. Do these people not realize when they bring mental illness into this, they are in fact telling people around them that they have issues that anytime they disagree can and will use it as ammo? 100%. Shay, thank you for being a member for 30 months. I'm late but here. Welcome, Shay.
Is that people don't really, it's like, I'm the one who made all of these videos in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I understand
The game. Yeah.
Like, of course, like the suggestion of like
You're
making the
giving us the
OnlyFans
game.
thing a joke.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, that's so obvious
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
But the people who suggested that shit to me are f***ing losers. If you're watching this, you're a f***ing loser.
Oh no, this guy thinks I'm a loser.
I'm gay.
Who would have thought that this would have been the peak of Ian's career? The biggest hope in Ian's video was him saying tons of people agree with him. They just didn't leave a comment or make a video because they're too busy.
I think all of the people who are like, know who is like literally winning the argument and who is like presenting a better case. I think a lot of those people are just silent, you know? At most they're clicking like on a video, but they're not gonna fucking put in like the labor to like make sure their guy wins or their girl wins, you know? They're just gonna fucking kind of move on because they got a life.
He's trying so hard to
That's
convince
not
himself he's in the
true.
right.
No,
That's not true. That's not true. What? people on your side of things, they are the first ones to leave a comment. Are you kidding me? Exactly, Meowser. Anissa is insecure as hell. Who cares if people make fun of her OnlyFans? Exactly, honey. If you're getting paid for it, who the fuck cares? I don't even care that you have an OnlyFans. Bitch, get your money. I don't give a fuck. That's so stupid.
That other commentary channels, regular people, when they're trying to get a temperature check about how people feel about this, they're gonna like, you know, if the like dislike isn't giving them much of a vibe, they are gonna go to the comments and they are going to you know, use that as a template for how they should feel about it.
You can't use that as an excuse because you don't see the dislikes anymore. And that extension is full of shit. That fucking extension is full of shit. Everybody knows that extension is full of shit. Stop using the goddamn extension. Crash for 5. Either you die a filthy Frank or you live long enough to see yourself become an iDubbbz. Damn, Crash, that's deep. Damn, Crash, that was a deep one. Holy shit. Yes, very philosophical. I agree, Anstan.
Not in all cases, but you know, they want to have an understanding. They want to be tapped in because I think a lot of people, that is like it's important. You know, I want to know what people are thinking about a video. But I think there's a big force of really loud people in the comments, and they scare people away. And especially if it's brigaded fast and quickly, like within the first 24 hours of it being uploaded.
Or maybe it's because your video sucks, but let's let them cook.
Period. Because it did suck. That video sucked. It sucked. It was boring. I remember sitting in VC in locale, and me and a couple people were watching the video, and like half of them stopped watching it because they were like, "This is boring as fuck. This is horrible." It was ridiculous.
Been a lot of people to put out commentary videos about Ethan, and they go bye-bye.
Like who?
Like they're like, this. I do not want the smoke. I do not want the heat.
Who? I know who he's talking about. I know exactly who he's talking about. And she didn't go bye-bye. Matter of fact, she tweeted out today. She made it seem like she was going to go bye-bye. And I'm actually really cool with her, too. I'm actually pretty damn cool with her. I've been in the DMs with her. She didn't go bye-bye. She made it seem like she was going to. But no. You don't disappear if you diss Ethan. Believe me, I know. Been there, done that. Yeah, Mika. Yeah. Mika made it seem like she was going to go bye-bye, but she didn't. She tweeted out today. Or yesterday. It was either today or yesterday. Time moves really weird for me right now. So.
And even if it's like not genuine at all, it's like there are people out there in different communities that are like, I'm going to get on this shit and I'm going to make them feel like the internet's against them and this is the fucking end of their career.
Bro, just name somebody.
Which videos are, I mean, do any come to mind specifically?
I mean, I think the left or the Snark, the H3 Snark has like kept track of them. There was like one smaller commentary channel. I think they may have focused on like fucking like Ethan's topics or Ethan talking about Markiplier maybe. I'm not sure what it was specifically, but that one got nuked. There was a woman who made one. Oompaville was another one.
We got one name and it's Oompaville. Now, I like Oompaville, but he prefaced his video by saying, I don't know anything about the drama. I'm not going to look into it any farther. And he just sided with Ian on most things. He just says, I don't know the whole time.
I don't know. I really don't know the point.
Okay. I like Oompaville too. However, I cannot stand Oompaville's commentary. Like, sometimes he gets it right. And then sometimes it's like, Oompaville, did you watch the fucking video? Oompaville, don't you think you need to know about the drama before you talk on it? Or, I like him though. I like Oompaville, but bruh, he's a hit or miss when it comes to commentary. Yeah, exactly, Gidgy. Exactly. Like, I do like Oompaville. I have no hate in my heart for Oompaville at all. Which, by the way, him and Call Me Chris got married. Oh my God, I'm so happy for them. I like Chris too. I love his wife. His wife is awesome. She is, I watch her videos when I want to escape. So. Yep.
Point of his video. I don't know what's going on, but it's very epic though.
Okay.
A lot of calling out of hypocrisy, but everyone's always hypocritical. If you're speaking and you're critiquing things and you're judging people, you're always going to be hypocritical, no matter what. Like, it's not possible.
I agree, Gidgy. They're very good together. I really like those two together. Oompaville and Chris. I love them together.
To not do that.
I don't know what that means.
Apparently, Denims, I don't know if this is true, I'm not gonna fact check it, but this seems like
Incredible. 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 Hey guys, I'm gonna watch the iDubbbz video, and I'm gonna pretty much take all of it as fact, whatever iDubbbz says, and then any criticism though, I'm pretty much just not gonna fact check it. It's pretty cool, man. I love it.
When people pointed out how lazy his video was, he co-posted by saying he touches too much grass. Dude, you only had to watch like 20 minutes of the H3 podcast to get his side of things. Is that too much work for you?
Find his post interesting. Remove today's video. Why? Because I felt like it. I'm gonna start doing that more. I'm married. I can do whatever I want. Okay. Also, a lot of people expected a lot of research and taking it very seriously, and I can't do that while maintaining a positive mental state and touching grass and remaining employed. So I'm sorry.
He made a video that sucked and was called out for missing basic things like CPS getting called. But that's the only way you could think this content cop was good, is if you're missing context. Ian's newest video is on how he doesn't like.
Yes, and isn't it funny that Ian, this person who has been on the platform for years, understands that people are going to watch it and they're not going to do the research, so I'm going to leave a bunch of context clues out. I'm going to leave them out because if I leave them out, then I can spin the narrative however I want. Because how do you think people would, okay, how do you think people would have reacted if you would have put in there, oh, by the way, CPS got called and this guy's running around saying that it was a good thing and that they possibly have done it, and Hassan is backing it up. Would you have had Hassan dancing in the beginning of the video? I doubt you would have, because then people would have been outraged going, why in the fuck you got Hassan there? You leave out the context, you can spin the narrative however the fuck you want. And that's exactly what Ian did. He did it on purpose. Zank said he underestimated the pettiness of Ethan and the hate of Hassan. That's actually very true. I do agree with that. 100%. I do agree with that.
Like concern trolling.
Ultimately, concern trolling is just saying something in bad faith. It's very similar to tone policing or sea lining.
Which is so ironic because all he did his entire video was concern troll Ethan and Crazy Makeup. Now, Ethan famously has Tourette's. So what's the most empathetic couple on YouTube tweet out now that he's become their enemy? Drugs? Okay, it's time for loved ones to step up for real. Parents, partners, someone. I'm saying this so genuinely. It's okay to ask for help. Please get help. I criticized Oompaville earlier in my video for chiming in without looking into anything. But that's the entire strategy iDubbbz, Hassan, and Denims entirely operate with. You lie, and then you lie to get out of the lie while continuing to lie. And then
just like Denims did with that Keffels video that Mudahar made. Now I understand people don't like Mudahar. I get it. All right, everybody had a problem with Mudahar. However, the Keffels video was good. All right, and it brought out a lot of good points. Denims wouldn't watch it because it's a video on somebody on the left. So I'm just gonna sit here with my tits out. So we're just gonna talk about the thumbnail. But we're not going to watch the video because it's made on somebody on the left. I only watch videos on people that are made on people on the right. Denims is a piece of shit. Primic! Thank you for the 20, Primic. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Then you convinced everyone who doesn't know what's going on that your critics are pro-genocide and are just crazy. The streamer watched an out-of-context TikTok thinking Denims getting called a waiting room was because she wasn't pregnant.
But just some of the stuff that he says about women, too. I genuinely don't know how anybody even wants to work for him at this point. It's, like, actually insane. He's like, what did he say? I saw some clip of him saying something about a woman, waiting room. He called her a waiting room. Because she hasn't had kids yet. Huh?
Denims gets called a waiting
room. Are you stupid? She's a waiting room for her. Okay, let Willie do it, because I cut him off. Hold on.
Waiting room. He called her a waiting room. Because she hasn't had kids yet. Huh?
Denims gets called a waiting room because people wait in her stream until Hassan starts. It has no—
Yes! And FYI, do you know, okay, I went to go watch a Denim stream and I couldn't do it. You know why? Because she literally had an hour-and-a-half intro of just playing content before she even came on camera. It was like an hour and a half long. I was like, what? Yes, she is a waiting room for Hassan. Just like, oh God, what's the girl with the hijab? What's her name again? What's her name again? What's the girl with the hijab? What's her name again? Frogan, thank you. Frogan will always be known as the Hassan mod. Because she's a mod for Hassan. Denim's is the waiting room for Hassan. Everybody knows it. Queens is the waiting room for Rewind. True, Gidgy.
Nothing to do with her being a woman. But Ethan's sexist now to everyone who watched these TikToks. Even Meat Canyon, who's just trying to be down the middle, is helping Hassan because this is not a down the middle drama.
I don't think that either side's really that fucking, that fucking great, if I'm being honest. I feel like there's a lot of oopsie daisies, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. The problem is he has no... He can never say that he's wrong about anything. That is the biggest... That's the biggest problem with all of these people. Nobody can just be like, I don't know. It is fucked up. This is fucked up. I shouldn't be overreacting to this.
I agree that this is a problem online, but it doesn't apply to Ethan in this drama. He's the only one that has corrected information when he's wrong.
Let me respond. I agree with you. I think that my characterization of it as a utopia, like in that moment, was distasteful, and I wish that I had said that differently. And I see that it came off bad. It came off bad, and I was wrong on that one.
And he's the only one that can admit when he's wrong. He's the only one that can admit when he's wrong about something. But you have motherfuckers on the other side making fucking videos and not putting it in context. Making fucking videos and going, bad guy Ethan, but you don't show where he corrects himself. No. You're literally trying to create a narrative, and this motherfucker is over here saying, and Ethan's over here saying, yeah, I was wrong about that. I shouldn't have said that. This is what I meant, and he'll clarify things. Y'all aren't doing that shit. You're standing 10 toes down on giving not the full information to people. You're standing 10 toes down on a fucking narrative. It's easier to fool people than to convince them they're being fooled. True complexity. 100%.
I totally agree. Watching that clip back, I'm regretful about how I spoke about it. And I think I did say that, and I think that was wrong.
Piper says, look, I have problems with Ethan, but he's been so much in the right in this whole situation. Yes, and I have problems with Ethan too. Listen, Ethan can sometimes be a bully, and I have called his bully ways out. We used to do it all the time on the broadcast. We used to call his ass out for his bullying all the time. He can be somewhat of a bully, where it's like on the line of, I don't think he was meaning to be a bully, but he ended up being a bully. All right? Yeah. I have problems with him too. But I'm sorry. CPS was called. He was sent skulls. If I had children and CPS was called on my children and there was a fucking snark Reddit page and there was a motherfucker running around on the internet bragging about calling CPS on my children, how do you think I would react? Do you think I'm going to be full of sunshine and fucking rainbows? Huh? Do you think I'm going to be like, oh, everything's okay? No, I'm not. No. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel anymore. I tell you that much. Shit. Impulse said busting out the swamp witch magic immediately. True. I'll be that swamp witch, goddammit.
Was incorrect.
Yeah, you've said that numerous times. You actually said you ChatGPT'd against AB when AB was like, I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, by the way, I that's something I looked into, and I was actually wrong about that for sure.
But Hassan and these other people will lie and then continue to double down on it. Some of these lies go back over 3 years. I've documented this forever. But one that I think is particularly relevant is that Ethan is this ultra-Zionist genocide defender. Sometimes it's because he doesn't cite an exact figure.
You compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war.
The figure he cites is wrong. It's just wrong. Credible estimates have placed the full scale of the slaughter in Gaza at over 65,000 deaths due to traumatic injury alone.
But when Ethan's video came out, this was a common estimate given by outlets. Another time, Hassan disagreed.
Y'all are some bad faith motherfuckers. Y'all are some bad faith motherfuckers. How is it Willie was able to get
traumatic injury alone?
But when Ethan's video came out, this was a common estimate.
How was it that Willie was able to get that. But no. We're going to run with the narrative that he's wrong. Because the narrative fits, that's what it fits that you're trying to because what you're saying and what you're trying to persuade people into thinking, it fits it better. But here's Willie. Y'all suck. Y'all absolutely suck. You're bad faith as fuck. Akiku says, you'd be on a plane to catch a charge, I swear. True, I would.
Given by outlets. Another time, Hassan disagreed with one of the two organizations that Ethan donated money to.
His organization that Ethan donated to and urged his fans to donate to is not a fucking charity. They gave money directly to the Atlantic Council under the false notion that they were giving money to a Palestinian charity.
But if you watch the original broadcast, this guy's completely transparent.
I work at the Atlantic Council, where I am a resident senior fellow, but also I run Reline for Palestine through the Atlantic Council, and I have a we have like our own standalone website, relineforpalestine.org. There is a donate button. And yeah, so like certainly folks can donate there, but also I would encourage folks to consider the World Food Program has a Gaza Appeals page that is dedicated just for here, I'm going to give you the page that is dedicated for sending food just for Gaza.
Hassan even advocates for the same charity they promoted.
Yeah, the World Food Program is one of the actual humanitarian.
He's a piece of shit. He's a fucking piece of shit. He is an absolute piece of fucking shit. And you cannot tell me any different. He is a piece of shit. He's regarded. True. Very true.
Foundations that they link.
So Hassan mischaracterizes this entire situation and then crashes out partially because Xylie describes people living in Gaza as Gazans.
It's really crazy how Hassan just doesn't want us to help Gazans.
Oh my god. Oh, they're so gross, dude. They're such disgusting genocidal propagandists. Oh my god. Oh, it's crazy how Hassan doesn't want us to help the Palestinians. Wait, did she even say Palestinians? Hold on, maybe she did.
It's really crazy how Hassan just doesn't want us to help Gazans.
Oh, she didn't even say Palestinians. She said Gazans. Yeah. Here, another great way to figure out Ahmed Al-Khatib being a bad faith actor is that he calls himself a Gazan American. He doesn't even call himself a Palestinian American.
Why is he making it a big deal? The coverage he watches does it every day.
The Gazans.
Thousands of starved Gazans.
The future of Gazans.
Gazan children.
I don't even know what to say. The retardedness is so overwhelming. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. He's disingenuous as hell, 100%. And the thing is, you know why? Listen, I understand people have a problem with Willie making 5,000 videos on Hassan, but you know why it's good that Willie does that? Hassan streams for so long, nobody's going to take the time to watch all those streams. Because here's what Willie does. Willie watches all those streams. Willie gathers those clips. Nobody else is willing to do that. Nobody else. What's up, EG, lately? Yeah, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well too, bro.
Of pressuring the Gazans. Displaced Gazans.
Hassan has tweeted it several times. Hassan himself has described Palestinians living in Gaza as Gazans.
There are definitely a lot of Israelis that do want the Israeli civilians to die, and certainly the Gazan civilians to die as well. Gazans.
Lily, hi, hope you're well. Thank you, Lily, for being a member for 10 months. Skip, exactly. Skip says, I mean, Willie's videos seem accurate so far. Edits prove his points, etc. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I trust Willie with his information. I do.
Did not have access to. Oh, she didn't even say Palestinians. She said Gazans. Oh, they're so gross, dude.
But the biggest sin Ethan committed was not liking a slogan.
You were talking about from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. And
okay, so like at worst, the worst interpretation of that would be like someone like Hamas or Hezbollah or like terrorist organizations who are like, yeah, we want to actually kill everybody there. That's the worst interpretation of it. I know that there's a lot of people, obviously, vast majority of people who do say that don't want to kill all the Jews there, right?
They're such disgusting genocidal propagandist. Oh my God.
Does he really deserve that label? I'm sure there's plenty of things to criticize Ethan for, but these people are labeling him as something that he's not. He agrees with them on all the biggest points.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I feel like when I hear the clips of like Frogan and Hassan, and they say their pretty words, sometimes I feel like just say what you really want to say. Say what you really want to say. When you're saying Zionist, say what you really want to say. That's how I feel sometimes. I don't know if I'm correct. I could be wrong, but I just have this feeling that it's like they're trying to say something without saying it. You know? Not a code switch, but yeah, like almost like they want to say the slur or something, you know? I do. I just have that feeling every time they say that shit. Dog whistle. Thank you, Red. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I feel like they're dog whistling for something else. I can't help it. That's just what it sounds like. The way they say it, it sounds like a fucking dog whistle to me. You know? I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not them. I'm not in their head, but it certainly sounds like a dog whistle to me. Yes, Rosie, it does. Yes, it does rhyme with that. Yes.
Government of Israel is a colossal failure. Netanyahu's a war criminal, a fucking psycho. Into the genocide happening by settler fucking lunatics, and they're hellbent on genocide, frankly, overtly. They've committed tons of war crimes in Gaza, including the killing of children, obviously, because Gaza is one of the most densely populated places in the world.
Wait, you mean Ethan was saying that sitting right beside Hassan? Because that is the Leftovers podcast set right there. That means Hassan was sitting right beside him when he said it. What?
I'm pulled myself all the way to, outright saying that it's apartheid, that it's genocide, that the Israeli government is committing. What's happening in Gaza is a terrible humanitarian crisis that we should all care about. If you're pro-genocide, then we're definitely going to have a disagreement.
Bro, all of these comments on every video call him a genocide supporter because he doesn't like every single thing these guys say and do.
I don't know what's going on. But ever since October 7th, it's like I'm nothing more or less than a Zionist genocide supporter. Nothing.
Genocidal propagandist. Oh my God.
At what point are they just slandering him? And the most cowardly part is they hide behind the dead bodies of Palestinians to avoid any accountability on this.
It's also wild because the political content creator in question is an anti-genocide content creator, and the arguments they're attacking him for are anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, they're positioning themselves in opposition to him and his arguments.
His eyes are weird. His eyes kind of freak me out. Not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sidebar here, but his eyes freak me out. Like I have a hard time watching him.
For our anti-genocide arguments. So these creators, they're positioning themselves in opposition to him and his arguments.
It's like they're too far apart or something. There's something there.
De facto positioning themselves on the pro-genocide side. Anti-genocide is pro-genocide. It's quite the precarious predicament they've placed themselves in.
He's twisting himself into a pretzel trying to explain it. You can't criticize Hassan, otherwise you're pro-genocide. It's so stupid. I watched Noah Samson's most recent video about Ethan Klein and Mudahar suing him for defamation, and I was blown away when I heard his explanation for why Mudahar is pro-genocide. It's because he criticized Hassan for his Houthi interview. One of the worst interviews in all of YouTube. I have an entire video on it. Go watch it.
Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Luffy.
Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes.
I think he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did clout with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes them. Yeah.
So what? That's so crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the cap.
This is why I don't do politics. The biggest reason why I don't do politics, because on either side of anything political, people don't realize, most people don't realize that multiple people can be wrong at the exact same time. You either have to be one side or the other.
Captain's like, I don't understand.
To be clear, we're talking about a man they took hostage.
America's like America's like blowing them up while they're just like doing cat and fucking chilling with the captains. Like, how does he feel about that? Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
They essentially claim, you know, we couldn't have
crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the
people. But one of the captain was Chinese, and he did caught with them, and he danced the music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes them. Yeah.
So I mean, what? That's so crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the
Hassan, why are you laughing at that? Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
Captain's like, I don't understand.
To be clear, we're talking about a man they took hostage.
America's like America's like blowing them up while they're just like doing cat and fucking chilling with the captains. Like, how does he feel about that? Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
They essentially claim, you know, we couldn't have possibly supported a genocide because elsewhere we have said that we don't. We said that genocide is bad, so we are exempt from any criticism for any other things we may have said that do actually support a genocide. For this point, one of the quotes that they cite is Mutahar saying, "I'm not afraid to say that genocide is wrong." Wow, how brave of you, Mutahar.
He feels like he has to say that because
you can't even say his fucking name right.
You keep saying otherwise.
Aside from that being just false, Mutahar stayed silent on Gaza throughout the entirety of the genocide until it was time to join his friends on a Hassan bad smear campaign. If that's not fear, I don't know what you'd call it other than, I guess, cowardice.
That's it? Muta didn't make a video on the conflict? Pro-genocide. Muta criticized—
Fuck off! I am so tired of these people. Okay, listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. I am so tired of you motherfuckers. You content creators out there thinking you can tell other content creators what the fuck they gotta make a video on. Or what the fuck they can react to. Fuck off. Fuck off. If they don't want to cover a certain drama, they don't have to. If they don't want to cover political shit, they don't have to. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody what to do on their fucking channel? I am so sick of hearing this shit. I'm sick of it. Fuck off. As a content creator, you are allowed to talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. If there's a drama going on, you don't want to fucking talk about it, fuck you. They don't have to. If you don't want to talk about politics, fuck you. You don't have to. I'm so sick of it. I'm fucking done, bro. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody what they can and can't talk about on their own fucking channel? Fuck off with that shit. I'm so sick of you motherfuckers. God damn. Irritating as fuck. Exactly, Skip. Xylie says genocide is not on her docket. Period, point blank, period. It is not. It is not on my docket. Thank you very much. Zeke says, except Bobby. Bobby has to read tweets forever. Psh, Zeke, is he really even doing that anymore? I don't know. Impulse. Xylie, what's your stance on the socio-economic state of the Middle East? None of your fucking business. That is my answer every time somebody tries to ask me about anything political. None of your fucking business. Literally. That's exactly what I say when people ask me. Like when the shit popped off between Russia and Ukraine, people would come in here. Are you going to talk about it? No, because it's none of your fucking business how I feel about it. When shit popped off between Israel and Palestine, Xylie, what do you feel about this? None of your fucking business. That's what. None of your fucking business. Who did you vote for? None of your fucking business. Like, period. Exactly. Only Mr. Xylie knows her stance on politics. Tool Vicarious, thank you for the $4.99. You're the best, Xylie. Thank you, Tool. I appreciate it.
Hassan, pro-genocide. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought Muda was a Canadian YouTuber. Didn't realize he was the Prime Minister of Israel. This is the propaganda machine at work. Lie about people who criticize you. When you get called out, crazy make them. Support people who dox or falsely called CPS on them. Then when they respond to that, concern troll. Hide behind the dead bodies of children. Act above it all, even though they instigated it. That way everyone who's not paying attention will think you're the rational one. It's really dangerous to conflate anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism, but it's completely acceptable to conflate criticizing Hassan with being pro-genocide. I'll probably get blamed for killing an entire school bus worth of children for uploading this YouTube video.
What you're doing with your platform is
We are Willy. I have my fist up in the air. We are Willy.
entirely negative against pro-Palestinian voices. Yeah, of course people are going to think you're fucking anti-Palestine. And
Skip's like, Ukraine president is handsome. That's my political take. Skip!
I personally think that too. I do think that. The fact that while Israel is doing a genocide, a lot of these people have shifted their priority directly to drama slop and to attack people who call out Israel's genocide. We'll never fucking forget these monstrous pieces of shit for looking at a situation like the one happening, the one unfolding in Gaza, and choosing to never say anything about it, only to then make these fucking drama videos to call out the people who call out the Israeli government. If that's what you choose to do after 12 months, 13 months, 14 months of genocide, then you are less than nothing to me. Tens of thousands of children.
Oh, fuck off, Hassan. Crash for 10. Okay, all my jokey jokes aside, do these people think that being the most pretentious, insufferable, holier-than-thou jackasses endears people to your cause? Bro, yes, they do. He runs an echo chamber. He 100% runs an echo chamber. He runs a cult. It's literally like a cult of people. Because they don't think for themselves. What they think is what they get told. Seriously, what they think, the people who actually take in this information on Hassan's side, what they think is what they get told. Because they don't go out and get the information for themselves. Exactly, Skip. It sure was. Yes, it's a bunch of goldfish, 100%.
Destroyed. Okay? I read accounts from a parent that felt fire for the first time. Woke up, okay? Immediately grabbed her son, started running out of the house, and in the process didn't realize that her son felt a little bit lighter. He turned back around and saw that it wasn't her son that she was holding. It was simply her son's arm, okay? That is the daily reality for Palestinians.
He's using a dead kid to shield valid criticism. It's so gross.
He just uses being pro-Palestine as a way to try to dance on this fucking tightrope where he gets to say whatever the fuck he wants.
That's you. These people want diplomatic immunity. Can't criticize Hassan because he is critical of Israel. Can't criticize Ian because he runs a for-profit charity.
Ian is the only person who gets a pass for torpedoing his own admission, torpedoing a charity event. Why are we giving Ethan a pass for saying he wants the charity event to fail, effectively getting the charity event to fail and to postpone?
We called that charity event failing as soon as they announced it. Because guess what? Creator Class 2 fucking failed. It failed in the fact that no money from Creator Class 2 went to a fucking charity. So you know what that means? It fucking failed. You fucking dumbass. And Ian, iDubbbz, fucked his own goddamn quote-unquote charity event by making that fucking content cop. So you can fuck off. You can fuck off too, bro.
And for the original creators to divest from.
Nothing is ever these people's fault. Hassan can't get stopped at an airport without blaming his critics.
These fucking dumbass slop tubers are actually playing with fucking fire. And I even thought about not even mentioning this because I was like, I don't want to give them any sort of like power over the situation. But like the reality of the matter is 100% the Trump administration is inadvertently working with a lot of these fucking dipshits. These dipshits are playing a formative role in getting people in trouble with the law.
This guy lies so much in this video. It's
Wait, what? No. I have to go back and hear that again. I'm sorry. No. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Critics.
These fucking dumbass slop tubers are actually playing with fucking fire. And I even thought about not even mentioning this because I was like, I don't want to give them any sort of like power over the situation. But like, the reality of the matter is 100% the Trump administration is inadvertently working with a lot of these fucking dipshits. These dipshits are playing a formative role in getting people in trouble with the law.
This guy lies so
He's retarded. He literally makes shit up in his head. He literally makes shit up in his head. Zeke says, does drama YouTube run Homeland Security now? Hell yeah. Xylie gets federal. Oh my God. He's retarded. Okay, Skip says, I think he means those right-wing YouTubers that get singled out for getting paid for propaganda. Maybe, but you know what's funny, Skip? There was a bunch of left-wing YouTubers and Twitch people that were getting paid by, I can't remember the place that they got paid by, but they were getting paid for propaganda too. See, the thing that Hassan's not going to tell his people is it happens on both sides. Progressive victory. Thank you, Rage. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about the people on your side. How many of them got paid by progressive victory? I'm just saying. Oop. Oop. Fucking idiots.
So much in this video. It's comical. These people are such spurgs. Ryan Beard announces that he's criticizing Ethan in an upcoming video, and Hassan tries to gatekeep it. If you're a YouTube content creator who hasn't said dick about Israel-Palestine, and you're only now starting to let your critical positions on Israel be known, after 19 months of genocide, since it's no longer going to cause you severe career penalties, and you spent a moment finger-wagging at people who have been correct the entire time, I will absolutely come after you. So you just argue with people that agree with you. Argues with—
Bitch, I wish you would. I wouldn't give two fucks. I wouldn't give two fucks. You're not gonna come at me, though, because I'm too small, but I would give two fucks. I don't care. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Ethan argues with Ryan. I will absolutely come after you. You aren't gonna do shit. Oh no, Hassan's gonna react to Bad Empanado watching somebody else's video and then get up and leave halfway through. I have a lot more to say about Hassan, but that'll be part of a much bigger video. So subscribe to the channel and buy your dad a wallet. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon.
And buy your dad a wallet. Good job, Willie. Good job, Willie. Once again, Willie Mack did his damn thing. Once again, Willie did his damn thing. I still love the fact that my title got Willie in here. Yes, we love Willie. Period. I love Willie Mack. That's my homeboy. Listen. We are apparently going through some changes, and that's okay. Listen, I got my homies. Always will. Yes, exactly, Skip. Great video summarizing a shit ton of drama. True. That's what I love about his videos. Yeah, Nightmare Reaper, you're late. I'm about to be done. Rosie's like, we love Willie. Half homo. Jesus Christ. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for, I got one new member today, and thank you for the donations. Thank you for coming in here and hanging out, man. Y'all know I miss my channel. I do miss my channel. And listen, hey, we're back to at least once a week now because I went live last week. Okay? So we're back to once a week. If I can make it 2 this week, it'll be amazing. All right, guys. I'm going to redirect. I'm not going to do an outro. So y'all have fun. Behave yourselves, especially you, Olivia. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Olivia. You have to behave yourself. Yeah, you. You, Olivia. Fucking behave yourself. God damn it. All right, y'all have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. And hey, don't forget to check me out 10 p.m. tonight over Locale Rewind. I'm there with Billy the Fridge every night at 10 p.m. So come check us out. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.